Today, Aden is a shell of its former self. An international port that once bustled with activity now sits quiet. Hotels once flocked to by foreigners, destroyed. Schools once filled with laughing children, closed. According to the United Nations, more than 28,000 people have been killed or wounded during the nearly 4 years of war, which has internally displaced 3 million citizens.
We were in the middle of the bombing. We were in the middle of it. We had to leave our house and run away. We took our kids and escaped bombs and fire. We had to leave and run.
Thousands more have died from malnutrition, disease, and poor health.
The cases which were admitted in the center, their condition is more bad than it was. What we have recently is that the cases are very, very severely malnourished.
Yemen is also facing the largest documented cholera epidemic in modern times.
The
cause of cholera is the pollution that is in the country. That includes the water, everything, even food, even the wheat. It's all contaminated.
The country's economy has flattened. Its currency, the rial, is plummeting while prices are rising.
The insecurity across the country, as well as occasional blockades of ports and roads, has caused trade to all but stop and pushed prices sky high. Everyday commodities, such as bread, are now nearly out of reach for much of this impoverished country.
The
flour prices used to be 7,000 rials, but now they are 12,000. All food prices have jumped, and life has become much harder, so we have less clients.
Many schools have closed as parents can no longer afford school supplies or clothing. Many gas stations sit empty as imports have been drastically reduced. All this has forced millions to rely on aid to survive.
The food security situation in Yemen basically is the worst ever in any kind of emergency operation that has ever happened. We're talking about almost 18 million people that require food assistance.
A second attempt at UN-brokered peace talks in September failed, leaving no end in sight for the war in Yemen and 27 million people struggling to survive. Natalie Carney, CGTN, Aden, Yemen.